This video right here is about Los Angeles Big U. Now this is an update on his whole Rico charge. As everybody know, Big U, it turned himself in. He facing Rico. Also, about 30 other individuals and also got locked up on the Rico. You know, some of the names y'all might have heard of is briccbaby, lucecannon, you know, people like that, man. Also, there's even a store owner, an Asian, that got picked up, you know, for money laundering. They saying Big U was doing racketeering. Said Big U misused the funds, you know, that he got off the grid program, which is, you know, a program where, you know, he's supposed to report to the police, you know, different crimes and everything. We all heard Whack 100, you know, expose that part a little while ago. But yeah, man, this update, you know, he went to his first court date, no bail, you know, they rejected his bail. Man, if you ask me, you know, I kind of feel like, you know, it's a lot of, you know, people talking, you know, on that case already, you know. They just gathering all the information, and, you know, it's going to be a lot of, you know, Rolling 60 members that's going to turn over on their homies and stuff. As far as, you know, Lucecannon, you know, he's waiting to be extradited to Los Angeles. But, you know, word from what I'm hearing is that, you know, he already in PC'd up, you know. That's just word I'm hearing. I'm not for sure, but it kind of makes sense because he was kind of bashing Big U, you know, all this time. And for him to get transferred out there to Los Angeles, you think he gonna be in General Pop, you know. We already know Big U that spent, you know, a lot of his life locked up, so he probably, you know, got a lot of rank or whatever you want to call it, you know. But at the same time, man, all of them, you know, from briccbaby to lucecannon, you know, even Big U, you know, they all been on the internet, all been dropping hints and clues and stuff to, you know, different stuff they did, you know, as far as extorting people like Shaquille O'Neal, you know, also, you know, getting donations from Draymond Green, you know, from the Warriors, big donations, and, you know, the money laundering stuff and the racketeering, all that come from him getting the funds from the government and transferring to his personal checking account, you know what I'm saying? He feel that he's supposed to get paid $100,000 a year, you know. I don't know how that worked, but hey, you know, we already know the government gonna look into every single dollar and cent spent, you know, and where it went and all that. You know, if you ask me, he probably messed up right there, you know. But that's the least of his problems, you know. This murder of a young man that used to live with him, that was also a star high school football player. You know, his initials is RW. They said that, you know, he was shot in his face and his body was dumped in the Las Vegas desert. Probably in a couple of days or so, you know, I'm gonna go to that very spot and do another video on that. But yeah, hey man, it's ugly. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Please hit that like, share, subscribe. This Made Media Magazine. Shout out to Trenches News. Make sure y'all get that How I Survived Chicago Drill, the book, directly from swiping on IG or Nene Marie 37. You get an autographed copy if you get it directly from them, or get on Amazon.com. But make sure y'all get that book, the hottest book out, Trenches News, How I Survived Chicago Drill. Shout out to the Mod Squad. I'm out.
If you want to support me, make sure you go and hit Nene Marie 37 in her inbox if you want a signed copy of my book, man.